Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Austin Bats and the Kansas City Chiefs. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready.
Yellow, let's go, Lou, lady!
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. 18. 4
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run the counter. Jarrett. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Attack!
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the 40 now on second down. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Yellow! I've got blue, lady! Yellow!
57 to Mike. Mike 57. Scene 6. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Mahomes on target there to Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27.
Hey, Ripley!
Kansas City Chiefs. 57. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 57 to Mike.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
It's just me and you.
Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, but it'll be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Fields completes it to Benjamin. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd down and inches. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On 1st and 10. Fields. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
That's the way. Check 43.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Watch the whip.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal they'll take.
That's caught inside the 20. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the gun on third down. Fields. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
First down, Austin.
Come on, set. Ain't together.
Off the play fake. Fields. They'll find Everett there, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Hey, check right 34. Right 34.
Second and 9 now. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Operating from the gun, Fields. Going to throw right side here, complete. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for first and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 5. From the gun, Fields. He'll let it go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all all the way in for the touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A big hitter to start the drive has them up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
No. 57's a mark.
They'll run on 1st down. Jarrett. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
It's our time. Check.
2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Fields. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Let's make these babies cry all the way, man, huh?
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Get that quarterback. Yellow. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. He's coming.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Going up top. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They come out here in the eye. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Give to the fullback. This is Ron. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Derek Watt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You don't want it. Hey, check Mike 3.
From the gun, Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come on, watch the safety creep.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first two passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again, Fields. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it'll bring up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Fields. They'll go screen here to Hunt. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Check 4, check 4.
On 4th down, Fields. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
43! 43! Let's go! Mike's 57. Yellow. I got one.
Check, 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 check. Smoke.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Safety's creeping. Where's 52?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got room. 34 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Go, go. He's mine. He's mine. He's mine.
They'll run again with Hunt. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, Jarrett. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position, a couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
At the 1-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 39.
To throw from his end zone. Fields gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Come on, dude. You got to get moving, man. Man, moving. You got to get that.
They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Austin.
Hey, check.
On first down, Fields throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll try the left side. Benjamin, he's got a first down past the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the big... And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. The completion to Riddick. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go. Sunday. Mike 57. Mike 57.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He finds Riddick complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Attack!
To throw, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Check 26, check 26. Check.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
15. 57's the mic. Watch 57. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
2nd and 3. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
On 3rd down, Benjamin. And some space here. And out across midfield down to the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down.
From the gun, Fields. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Looking to throw. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. The 20. And now the rookie's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Tackle that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
26-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Fields. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a give, right side. Benjamin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
We got this.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin, he's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
90 is a mic. Get ready. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. He's crashed.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Chiefs 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for it all. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On second down, Benjamin. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On third down, Fields steps away to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the left. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it.
Some of the best fan support in the league. They take pride in it. They love their team. They rally around them, good and bad. But when it's good, oh, it is so difficult to come into this place and get a win. From the time they sing the national anthem and finish it with the home of the Chiefs, you're in trouble right from that moment usually.
So for our visitors, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our